Imagine a world where the most significant decisions are not made in brightly lit halls of government, but in the deepest shadows. A world where immense wealth buys not just luxury, but absolute control, a world where the architects of your reality operate with an invisibility cloak woven from influence and silence. What if the figures we celebrate for their public generosity are, behind closed doors, orchestrating a different kind of future, one built not for the many, but for the select few? This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's a journey into the hidden structures of power, the untold stories of those who shape our world from beyond our sight. Tonight, we pull back the curtain on the Lumina Collective. For centuries, whispers have persisted, a hidden network, an unseen hand guiding the course of empires and economies. These aren't tales spun in hushed tones around campfires, but a recurring motif in the annals of history, from ancient guilds to modern clandestine gatherings. They speak of a continuous lineage, a shared ambition passed down through generations, often masked by philanthropy or groundbreaking innovation. What if these whispers were not just folklore, but fragments of a meticulously guarded truth, evolving with the times? Our journey begins with the Lumina Collective, a name whispered in guarded circles, associated with families whose wealth predates nation-states, and whose influence permeates every major sector. They operate not as a formal organization with bylaws and public boards, but as a fluid, interconnected web of individuals bound by shared ideology and unparalleled resources. Their existence remains fiercely protected, a testament to the power they wield in an age of supposed transparency. Their primary goal, to maintain and expand control, shaping the world to their vision. The collective's reach knows no geographical boundaries. From the financial hubs of London and New York to the nascent tech centers of Asia and the resource-rich plains of Africa, their tendrils are everywhere. They leverage complex legal structures, offshore accounts, and a network of proxies to obscure their true ownership and objectives. This intricate financial architecture allows them to move capital, influence markets, and fund ventures that serve their long-term strategic interests, often with implications for global stability. It's an economic empire built on invisibility. In the digital age, information is the ultimate currency, and the Lumina Collective understood this long before the rest of the world caught up. They have built an unparalleled information-gathering apparatus, blending state-of-the-art surveillance with old-world intelligence networks. Their data centers are not just vaults of information, they are predictive engines, mapping societal trends, political shifts, and economic vulnerabilities. They use this intelligence not merely to react, but to proactively steer outcomes, often years in advance. This is knowledge as a weapon, wielded by an elite few. Beyond finance and data, the Lumina Collective's influence extends into the very fabric of our culture. They understand that controlling narratives, shaping public opinion, and guiding societal values are crucial to long-term control. This is achieved through strategic investments in media conglomerates, educational institutions, and even major philanthropic initiatives. By subtly influencing what we consume, what we learn, and what we value, they lay the groundwork for a future aligned with their vision. This cultural cartography is a quiet, persistent force, almost imperceptible. Enter Elias Thorne, a name synonymous with global philanthropy and visionary innovation. His public image is meticulously crafted, the self-made tech titan who turned his boundless wealth towards solving humanity's greatest challenges. From eradicating disease to pioneering sustainable energy, Thorne's foundation is lauded worldwide. He graces magazine covers, delivers inspiring TED Talks, and advises world leaders. His charisma is undeniable, his commitment to public good appears absolute. He is the face of enlightened capitalism, a beacon of hope in a complex world. But beneath this glistening veneer of public service lies a crucial question: what if Thorne's vast philanthropic empire serves a dual purpose? While undoubtedly doing good, his initiatives also grant him unparalleled access to sensitive data, cutting-edge technologies, and geopolitical leverage. His projects often align perfectly with the Lumina Collective's long-term strategic objectives, from influencing agricultural policy to gaining control over emerging digital infrastructures. His charity is a key that unlocks doors no corporation or government agency could hope to open, giving him incredible insight. Behind the public image, Elias Thorne is believed to be a pivotal figure within the Lumina Collective, perhaps even its informal leader. His ability to bridge the public and private spheres makes him invaluable. He can champion causes publicly that, unbeknownst to the world, advance the collective's agenda. His networks are not just philanthropic, they are deep, strategic, and often clandestine. The man who speaks of transparency and global cooperation is, in another guise, orchestrating a complex dance of power, where every move is calculated for maximum, unseen effect. To maintain their secrecy and operational autonomy, the Lumina Collective has invested in extraordinary measures of isolation. Their private retreats are not just luxury estates, they are self-sufficient fortresses, designed to withstand any external disruption. Imagine sprawling compounds nestled deep within uncharted wilderness, equipped with advanced surveillance, independent power grids, and stockpiles of resources. These aren't just places to relax, they are strategic hubs for high-level decision-making, far from the prying eyes of the media and the public. These locations are their literal sanctuaries of power. Their isolation isn't just physical, it's digital. The Lumina Collective operates an impenetrable network of servers, encrypted communications, and custom-built operating systems, far beyond the reach of conventional cybersecurity. Think of a dark web that only a select few can access, a digital sanctuary where sensitive information is exchanged, strategies are formulated, and critical decisions are made without leaving a trace. This digital fortress ensures that their internal workings remain absolutely confidential, a ghost in the machine of the global internet, completely anonymous and untraceable. The sheer scale of the Lumina Collective's aggregated wealth is almost incomprehensible. It's not just personal fortunes, it's generational capital, vast corporate holdings, and strategic investments dating back centuries. This wealth acts as their ultimate shield, allowing them to fund any project, influence any election, or silence any opposition. Legal challenges, media scrutiny, and even government investigations often meet an insurmountable wall of resources, expertise, and preemptive maneuvering. Money, in their hands, is not just a tool, it's a force of nature, bending reality to their will. Maintaining such an elaborate network of secrecy comes at a tremendous cost, not just financially, but in terms of human resources and constant vigilance. The collective employs an army of highly specialized professionals, security experts, legal strategists, intelligence analysts, and disinformation specialists. Their loyalty is ensured through a combination of extreme financial incentives, deep ideological alignment, and, often, a profound sense of shared purpose. The outer perimeter of their operations is vast, shielding their core from any unwanted intrusion. It is a world built on absolute trust and unforgiving consequences. The ambition of the Lumina Collective extends far beyond mere accumulation of wealth, it is about shaping the future itself. They envision a world engineered for optimal efficiency, stability, and growth under their guidance. Their long-term projects range from geoengineering initiatives to advancements in AI and genetic manipulation. They believe they are the only ones capable of steering humanity through its most critical junctures, making choices that transcend national interests and short-term political cycles. For them, it is a grand, generational project of human evolution. Elias Thorne's public persona as a benevolent global citizen stands in stark contrast to his alleged role within the Lumina Collective. Publicly, he champions open data and democratic processes. Privately, he navigates a world of deep secrecy and hierarchical command. The duality is a masterful performance, a testament to his intellect and resolve. This decoupling of image from reality allows the collective to operate with impunity, leveraging his public goodwill while pursuing an agenda far removed from humanitarian concerns. It is a dance between light and shadow, expertly choreographed. The ethical implications of the Lumina Collective's existence are profound. Who holds them accountable? What are the checks and balances when a group of unelected individuals, however well-intentioned, possesses such immense power to shape the destiny of billions? The very notion challenges the foundational principles of democracy and individual autonomy. Their self-appointed guardianship of humanity's future raises fundamental questions about consent, transparency, and the inherent dangers of unchecked power, no matter how enlightened its wielders claim to be. This is the ethical abyss they navigate. Despite their impenetrable security and media control, cracks sometimes appear in the collective's facade. Unexplained market shifts, sudden policy changes that benefit specific, obscure entities, or the abrupt disappearance of whistleblowers, these are the breadcrumbs that hint at a deeper orchestration. Investigative journalists and independent researchers, often operating at great personal risk, piece together these anomalies, drawing tentative connections. They represent the persistent human spirit to uncover truth, to look beyond the curated narratives and demand answers. These seeds of doubt are vital. The Lumina Collective's power isn't solely derived from their immense wealth or the strategic positions of their members. It's the network effect. Each member, each affiliated organization, each asset they control amplifies the others. A technological breakthrough funded by Thorne's Foundation can be swiftly adopted and deployed globally through their corporate holdings. A political decision influenced in one capital can cascade across continents, shaping policy everywhere. This synergy makes them exponentially more powerful than the sum of their individual parts, a truly interconnected force. Among their most guarded assets is a vast, private archive of knowledge, collected over centuries. It contains not just historical records, but scientific breakthroughs, philosophical treatises, and predictive models that have never seen the light of day. This hidden library represents an alternative history of human progress, a different lens through which to view our collective journey. Access to this knowledge allows the collective to anticipate future challenges and opportunities with uncanny accuracy, giving them an unparalleled advantage in navigating the complexities of the modern world. They are the true guardians of certain knowledge. Is it possible that the major global events we witness, economic crises, geopolitical shifts, technological revolutions, are not merely the unpredictable ebb and flow of history, but carefully orchestrated moves by an entity like the Lumina Collective? The idea is unsettling, yet the scale of their resources, their intelligence, and their long-term vision lends it a chilling plausibility. From the rise and fall of nations to the development of world-changing technologies, what if the strings are being pulled from behind a curtain we rarely perceive? The notion compels us to look closer, to demand transparency. Elias Thorne's public speeches often articulate a vision of global unity and progress, a Thorne doctrine for a better world. He speaks of interconnectedness, shared responsibility, and the power of technology to uplift humanity. These pronouncements resonate deeply, earning him accolades and trust. Yet, within the collective, this doctrine takes on a different meaning: unity under their stewardship, progress aligned with their interests, and technology deployed to reinforce their control. It's a double-edged sword, inspiring hope while simultaneously consolidating power, a truly intricate manipulation of perception. Unlike public corporations, the Lumina Collective's leadership transition is not governed by elections or public votes. It's a meticulous succession plan, identifying and grooming individuals from an early age who possess the intellect, temperament, and ideological alignment required. These potential successors often come from within their own interconnected families, educated in private institutions, and initiated into the collective's ways over decades. This ensures continuity of purpose and an unbroken chain of influence across generations, making them incredibly resilient to external shifts and challenges. A truly dynastic ambition. The sheer resources and influence of the Lumina Collective place them, in practical terms, beyond the reach of conventional law. Complex legal teams, powerful lobbyists, and strategic donations can delay, deflect, or outright dismantle any legal challenge. Their global operations allow them to exploit jurisdictional loopholes, operating in gray areas where regulations are weak or non-existent. For them, laws are not absolute constraints, but rather guidelines to be navigated, or even rewritten, to serve their ultimate objectives. They move like ghosts through the legal frameworks of the world. Yet, even in the deepest shadows, light eventually finds a way. The very ubiquity of information, though often manipulated, also provides tools for counter-investigation. Independent journalists, citizen sleuths, and ethical hackers continue to probe, to share, and to connect the dots. The power of collective awareness, once dismissed as mere conspiracy thinking, is gaining new traction as more people question the official narratives and demand transparency from the powerful. A new era of scrutiny is dawning, fueled by a deep human desire for truth and accountability. The path to understanding and potentially challenging such entrenched power begins with questioning the narratives presented to us. It means looking beyond the charismatic smiles of philanthropists like Elias Thorne and asking, what is the true cost? What are the unseen strings attached? This critical mindset, cultivated by an informed populace, is the most potent weapon against unseen manipulation. It is the beginning of reclaiming agency, of understanding that our collective future is not predetermined by a select few, but shaped by the active participation of many. We must challenge the narrative. The sheer scale of modern global problems, climate change, economic inequality, pandemics, demands unprecedented transparency and accountability from all centers of power, visible or invisible. The notion that a secretive collective, however brilliant, can unilaterally chart our course without public consent is a dangerous one. We must advocate for stronger international regulations, expose financial obscurities, and support investigative journalism with renewed vigor. The call for transparency is not just an ethical imperative, it's a strategic necessity for the survival and thriving of an equitable society. It is a unifying call. The recognition of a power structure like the Lumina Collective is not meant to instill fear or helplessness, but to ignite a sense of empowerment. If a small, connected group can wield such influence, imagine the potential of an awakened, informed, and organized global citizenry. Understanding the mechanisms of hidden power allows us to develop strategies to counteract it, to build our own networks of transparency and collaboration. Every informed decision, every shared truth, every act of civic engagement contributes to building a future where power is genuinely distributed, fostering true human potential. The story of the Lumina Collective, whether a definitive truth or a cautionary tale, serves as a profound reminder of the choices we face. Do we passively accept the narratives presented to us, or do we actively seek out the hidden truths? Do we allow power to consolidate in the shadows, or do we strive to bring it into the light, shaping our destiny collectively? The future is not a predetermined path but a landscape forged by our actions and our awareness. The legacy we leave will be defined by the courage to question, the will to understand, and the resolve to act. As we conclude our journey into the alleged world of the Lumina Collective and figures like Elias Thorne, one thing becomes clear: the most profound influences on our lives often operate just beyond the veil of perception. It is a world where immense wealth fuels not just personal luxury, but a strategic game of global proportions. Their isolation is their strength, their philanthropy their shield. But this understanding is not an end, it is merely a beginning. The invitation is now yours, to see beyond the surface, to question what you're told, and to empower yourself with knowledge. Our potential as individuals and as a global community is limitless. When we recognize the levers of power, both seen and unseen, we gain the capacity to influence them. This isn't about tearing down, it's about building up. Building stronger, more transparent institutions. Building communities rooted in shared values, not controlled narratives. Building a future where every voice matters, and every person has the opportunity to thrive, truly free from unseen manipulation. The path forward begins with a conscious decision to engage, to learn, and to envision a better world for all. This pursuit of truth, this striving for transparency, is a torch passed to the next generation. We equip them not with fear of the unknown, but with the tools of critical thinking, the courage of conviction, and the collaborative spirit necessary to navigate a complex world. They are the inheritors of this evolving narrative, poised to expand the boundaries of accountability and ensure that future power structures serve the greater good, rather than the isolated few. Their potential to shape a more just and open world is immense, waiting to be unleashed by our support and wisdom. The Lumina Collective thrives on the illusion of inevitability, the idea that their plans are too vast, too intricate to be derailed. But history teaches us that no empire, however mighty, lasts forever. The human spirit's drive for freedom, for justice, for self-determination, is an irrepressible force. When enough people become aware, when enough voices unite, the deepest shadows begin to recede. We hold within us the power to write our own story, to define our own future, independent of any unseen hand. This is the ultimate freedom, the potential that lies within each of us. Your role in this unfolding drama is crucial. It begins with curiosity, with the willingness to look closer, to ask the difficult questions. It continues with informed engagement, sharing knowledge, and supporting those who tirelessly work to bring truth to light. The world is complex, and hidden forces may always exist, but their power diminishes with every veil we lift, every secret exposed. Take inspiration from the possibilities that emerge when we choose awareness over apathy, and collective action over isolated doubt. Your potential to impact this narrative is real. A single stone dropped into a vast ocean can create ripples that travel to distant shores. Similarly, a single act of courage, a single piece of truth brought to light, can initiate a ripple effect that destabilizes entrenched power and inspires countless others. Never underestimate the profound impact of individual initiative. When combined with collective will, these ripples can coalesce into a tide, a powerful movement for change that no secretive collective can withstand. This is the enduring strength of an open society, and the ultimate potential of humanity. This ripple effect is our strength. The future remains unwritten. It is not dictated by the Lumina Collective, nor by any single entity. It is a canvas awaiting the brushstrokes of every individual who dares to dream of a more just, transparent, and equitable world. By understanding the shadows, we empower ourselves to cast a brighter light. By recognizing the hidden architects, we become architects of our own destiny. The story of human progress is one of overcoming challenges, shedding illusions, and relentlessly striving for a better tomorrow. This is our collective opportunity, a future we can actively build together. The enduring spirit of humanity is its capacity for hope, its resilience in the face of adversity, and its unwavering quest for truth. This journey into the shadows of power is ultimately a testament to that spirit. For every hidden agenda, there is a courageous voice. For every isolated fortress, there is a network of shared knowledge. For every deceptive public image, there is a yearning for genuine authenticity. This unwavering spirit is the true power that no collective, no matter how influential, can ever truly control. It lives within us all, waiting to be unleashed.